We continue reading from Caitanya Caritamrita, Adi-Lila, chapter 2, text 53. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Viradhiranya garbhascha karanam cheti upadhyayah ishasya yat tribhirhinam turiyam tat prachakshate. In the material world, the Lord is designated as Virat, Hiranyagarbha, and Karana. But beyond these three designations, the Lord is ultimately in the fourth dimension. So Brahmaji is still continuing in this portion of Caitanya Caritamrita. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami is put the conversation of Brahmaji, where Brahmaji is giving so much evidence that Lord Krishna is the origin of Narayan. Virat, the phenomenal manifestation of the supreme whole. Hiranyagarbha, the numinous soul of everything. And Karana, the cause or causal nature, are all but designations of the Purushas who are responsible for material creation. So yesterday, how we were speaking of Karano Dakshai Vishnu, Garbho Dakshai Vishnu, and Shiro Dakshai Vishnu, that how they are the refuge of all the total souls. So the same thing is being mentioned here. The transcendental position surpasses these designations and is therefore called the position of the fourth dimension. So the Purusha avatars, their contact, their function is in the matter of creation, maintaining, and destruction of the material energy. Of the material worlds. Material energy can never be destroyed. So of the material creation. But they have nothing to do with the spiritual world. That is being called as the fourth dimension, the transcendental position. This is being called as the fourth dimension. This is a quotation from Sridhar Swami's commentary on the 11th canto, 15th chapter, verse 16 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sridhar Swami is one of the devotees of the Lord in our line who has written wonderful commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam. And a lot of Srila Prabhupada's purports are coming from Sridhar Swami's commentary. Because Srila Prabhupada, he would refer to so many commentaries of the various acharyas, Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Sridhar Swami, and then he would give his purports, after referring to so many different commentaries, to give us the best, to give us, so for to present to us in the easiest possible manner for us to understand. So text 54, Yadyapi Tinera Maya Laya Vyavhara Tathapi Tatsparsha Nahi Sabe Maya Para. Although these three features of the Lord deal directly with the material energy, none of them are touched by it. They are all beyond illusion. So one might think, oh, these three Purusha avatars, they are dealing with creating, manifesting, and destroying the material creation. So means they are dealing with the material energy. So then that means they are under the influence of material energy. No, they are not. Even though Paramatma is there within the atom of each and every, within each and every atom of this universe, he does not get affected by the material world. He does not get affected by Maya. His position is always transcendental. Although he's there in our hearts, he does not get contaminated. His position is transcendental. They are never under illusion. Krishna can never come under illusion. Maya is his energy. He is the controller of Maya. Text 55. Etad ishanam ishasya prakritisto apitad gunehe na yujyate sadatmaster yatha buddhistad ashraya. This is the opulence of the Lord. Although situated in the material nature, he is never affected by the modes of nature. Similarly, those who have surrendered to him and fixed their intelligence upon him are not influenced by the modes of nature. So this is Krishna's inconceivable potency. This is his opulence. We can say, oh, but we are inside the material world, so we have come under Maya. So Krishna has also come to the material world, so he must be also under Maya. No, but he's God. That's the reason he's God. He's the controller of the material energy. You know, that's his opulence. This text is from Srimad Bhagavatam 1:11:38. Those who have taken shelter of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead do not identify with the material world, even while living in it. So this is the position of the pure devotee. Even though he's in the world, he's not of the world. Pure devotees may deal with the three modes of material nature, but because of their transcendental intelligence in Krishna consciousness, they are not influenced by the material qualities. The spell of material activities does not attract such devotees. Therefore, the Supreme Lord and his devotees acting under him are always free from material contamination. So the Supreme Lord is never under the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. He's not under the control of Maya Devi. And his pure devotees, they are also not. They are also not under the influence. Why? Because they are always, consciousness is fixed at the lotus feet of Krishna. So every action that they are taking is for the pleasure of Krishna. Every thought that they are thinking is for the pleasure of Krishna. Every word that they are speaking is for the pleasure of Krishna. They are not, they don't have any material desire to enjoy this material world separate from Krishna. So they are transcendental. They are not affected by the attraction of this material world. They don't have the desire to control it or to be enjoying it. No. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So text 56. Setina janera tumi parma ashraya tumi mula narayana iteki shamshaya. You are the ultimate shelter of these three plenary portions. Thus, there is not the slightest doubt that you are the primeval Narayana. Brahma has confirmed that Lord Krishna is the supreme, the source of the three manifestations known as Shirodakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Karanadakshay Vishnu, Mahavishnu. For his pastimes, Lord Krishna has four original manifestations. So here Brahmaji is established without a doubt that Krishna is the source of Narayan. Krishna is the original Supreme Lord. Okay, then now what is explained is Krishna for his pastimes. You know, Krishna likes to have loving pastimes also. So he expanded. That's called the Chatur Vyuha. Chatur means four, right? Chatur Vyuha expansions. Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Anirudh. So the first Purush avatar, Mahavishnu, in the causal ocean, who is the creator of the aggregate material energy, is an expansion of Sankarshan. Okay, so as we know, Krishna is there, then he expands as Balaramji. Balaramji expands as the first Chatur Vyuha. Then the first Chaturvyuha expand as the second Chaturvyuha. Then from the Sankarshan of this second Chaturvyuha comes Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is the one from whose body all the universes are coming out. He's sleeping in the causal ocean, in the Karana ocean, and from his body all the material universes are coming out. You know, so he's called as the creator of all the total material energy. So he is an expansion of Sankarshan. So the second Purusha, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, is an expansion of Pradyumna. And the third Purusha, Shirodakshay Vishnu, is an expansion of Anirudh. All these are within the category of manifestations of Narayana, who is a manifestation of Sri Krishna. So it gets a little technical that who is coming from where, but original is Krishna. Etecha amsa kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. There are so many expansions and portions of the expansions, plenary parts of the expansions. But Krishna, you're the original Supreme Lord. So here, just for people who like to have more details, is mentioned that the Mahavishnu, he's coming from Sankarshan. Then Garbhodakshay Vishnu, he's an expansion of Pradyumna. And the Shirodakshay Vishnu is an expansion of Anirudh. And all of them are coming from Krishna. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So text 57, Setinera Amshi Paravyoma Narayana, Tenha Tomar Vilas Tumi Mula Narayana. The source of these three features is the Narayan in the spiritual sky. He is your Vilas expansion. Therefore, you are the ultimate Narayan. So Krishna, he expands as Balaramji. Balaramji first expands as Narayan. So that Narayan is also an expansion of Krishna, Vilas expansion. Vilas expansion means he's an expansion of Krishna, but he does not look like Krishna. He does not look like how we saw the chart. So all the expansions are coming from this Narayan. And this Narayan is coming from Krishna. So Krishna is the source of all Narayan. Text 58. Ateva Brahma Vakye Paravyoma Narayana Tenho Krishnera Vilas Etatva Vivarana. Therefore, according to the authority of Brahma, the Narayan, who is the predominating deity in the transcendental world, is but the Vilas feature of Krishna. This has now been conclusively proved. So the Narayan, he is an expansion of Krishna, Vilas expansion. Okay. And Brahmaji is stating it. Brahmaji is stating that the Narayan in the spiritual world is a Vilas expansion of Krishna. And the three Purusha avatars, the Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Shirodakshay Vishnu, they are coming from this Narayan expansions. Eshloka Tattva Lakshana Bhagavad Sar Paribhas Rupe Ihar Sarva Tradhikar. The truth is indicated in this verse, text 30. The truth indicated in this verse, text 30, is the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. This conclusion, through synonyms, applies everywhere. So, the truth indicated in this verse, text 30, is the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, text 30, let's try to look up quickly. What is the text 30? Adi-Lila, chapter 1. Text 30, so instead of the chapter 2. Here. O Lord of Lords, you are the seer of all creation. You are indeed everyone's dearest life. Are you not therefore my father Narayan? Narayan refers to one whose abode is in the water from Narayan, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and that Narayan is your plenary portions. All your plenary portions are transcendental, they are absolute, and are not creations of Maya. So this is the conclusion, that Krishna is the origin of all Narayan expansions, and all Narayan expansions are, none of them are material. They are all transcendental. They are not created by Maya. They are all transcendental. So, shall we stop here for today? Yeah. So, okay, let's just read this one. Text 60, Brahma Atma Bhagwan Krishnera Vihar E Artha Na Jani Murkha Artha Kare Ar. Not knowing that Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan are all features of Krishna, foolish scholars speculate in various ways. So Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan, they are all features of Krishna. If we are speaking of Brahman, we are also speaking of Krishna. If we are speaking of Paramatma, we are speaking of Krishna. If we are speaking of Bhagwan, we are speaking of Krishna. But people who don't understand it, they make up many different theories or philosophies. But the truth is, they are all features of Krishna. So we'll stop here for today. So thank you so much for joining in. Shri Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari.